In 2008, a gruesome crime shook the quiet suburb of Mesa, Arizona, when Travis Alexander was found dead in his home with multiple stab wounds, a slit throat, and a gunshot to his head. The investigation led to his ex-girlfriend Jodi Arias, who initially denied involvement but later claimed self-defense. Jodi Arias made international headlines when she was charged with the murder of her ex-boyfriend Travis Alexander in June 2008. The case drew widespread attention due to the graphic and lurid details surrounding the murder. Arias claimed self-defense during the trial, testifying in 2013, but was eventually found guilty of first-degree murder. Despite two juries being unable to come to a unanimous decision on the death penalty, Arias was sentenced to life in prison. Jodi Ann Arias was a resident of Palm Desert, California when she met Travis Alexander, a motivational speaker and insurance salesman in Las Vegas in 2006. Despite living in different states, they began a committed relationship by the following year. However, their relationship was short-lived and separated in June 2007, but continued to have a sexual relationship. On June 9, 2009, the friends of 30-year-old Travis Alexander discovered his lifeless body in the shower of his Mesa, Arizona home. He had been brutally murdered 5 days earlier on June 4, 2008. Alexander had been shot in the head, stabbed more than 27 times, and his throat had been deeply and widely cut. Jodi Arias quickly became a suspect, and her DNA mixed with Alexander's blood found at the scene of the crime further incriminated her. She was arrested and indicted on first-degree murder charges on July 9, 2008, but initially denied any involvement. She later changed her story, claiming that two masked intruders had attacked her and Alexander. She stated that after the murder, the intruders let her live, and she chose not to report the crime out of fear of retaliation. In January 2013, the high-profile trial of Jodi Arias began, and the public watched on in shock and fascination. After weeks of testimony from both the prosecution and the defense, Arias herself took the stand in February, speaking for 18 straight days. Despite her already tarnished reputation due to her various accounts of the murder of her ex-boyfriend Travis Alexander, Arias maintained that she had acted in self-defense. According to her testimony, Alexander had been physically abusive towards her, and she had killed him after he attacked her in a rage following her accidental dropping of his camera. Arias also claimed that she suffered from memory loss due to the emotional trauma she had experienced during the incident, and a psychological expert confirmed that she had post-traumatic stress disorder. When questioned by the jury, Arias denied being a habitual liar, stating that the lies she had told were to protect either Alexander's reputation or her own involvement in his death, as she was deeply ashamed. After a highly publicized trial, Jodi Arias was found guilty of first-degree murder on May 8, 2013. Despite the guilty verdict, the jury was unable to agree on whether she deserved the death penalty or not, leading to a mistrial in the penalty case. A penalty retrial began in October 2014, with a new jury analyzing the same evidence as before. The defense tried to paint their client as a vulnerable woman while portraying the victim, Travis Alexander, as emotionally and physically abusive. The second jury was also unable to reach a unanimous verdict on Arias' sentence, which meant that Judge Sherry Stevens had to decide the punishment terms. On April 13, 2015, Arias received a life sentence without the possibility of parole for 25 years. In her statement, Arias expressed remorse for her actions, and she was taken to the Arizona State Prison Complex Perryville to begin serving her sentence. Jodi Arias' conviction for the brutal murder of her ex-boyfriend Travis Alexander serves as a reminder of the dark and deadly consequences of toxic relationships. The case also highlights the importance of due process and the tireless efforts of law enforcement officials to bring justice to the victim and his family. So that about brings us to the end of our video. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, then please consider liking the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Do check out some of our other videos while you're at it, and we'll see you back here for another video.